Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. You ain't going nowhere. Go. Hey, check. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
They'll try the right side with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Protein spill. You think you won't get this? Hey, Delta. Check 50.
Here's Reed, operating from the gun. Making the catch is Sternberger. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. It's just me and you.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And an alley to run. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, wahoo. Go. Motion. Check 55 to Mike. 2.
On first down, Reed looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
64.
They run right side with Hunt. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
On the set. 50. Bring it. Watch twist. X3. 218. Lead them.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now the try here for the point after. This is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Check 45.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 24.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Get it.
2nd and 1. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
It's now 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After one, it's 9-0.
With the score, Packers 9, Lions nothing.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. On the ball. Hit it.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Reed from the gun, he'll throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jones. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Yes, yes. Hey, Charlie.
Now Reed looking to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, cross.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
61, match box, lights.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert
Go.
He's crashing.
Stand.
Switch. Check safety, check safety.
5.
They'll run it with Johnson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Come on, set.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check nickel. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Look. Squeeze.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey,
Get it.
Back to throw. Reed. And this one complete to Smith. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
15 line.
watch the screen.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch the screen. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Watch the pass. Hey, Mike 51.
Buzz.
51's the Mike. I'm scared. Right here.
To throw is Reed. Throwing on 3rd and long. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Ready? Ready?
They'll drop the throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 9-yard line.
General West. Hey, Sam off.
On second down, Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Leo.
Hey, watch it. No. He's coming.
Rock it.
He's coming, double up.
Let's go.
Watch the ship.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 6 yards away. As they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Defense win those championships, baby. 55 is my guy, 55. Let's put him on the bus.
Hey, orbit.
Put that team on the bus. Mike, 55. Check.
Reed now, operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Let's go.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Bravo. You draw Corkins.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. It's been a long day for you.
Hey, Haywood.
Check right. Watching your grind. Check the outs.
Here's Reed. Going to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10.
Mike 55. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey, exit.
55.
6'6", bullet high.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Reed from the gun, he'll throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
41's coming. 41's the mic. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Undercrunch. You go tight.
Clear.
You got tight right there.
Shoot.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Protein spill. Look at me. Zipper.
Mike 41. I'm going to wedge that, huh? I'm coming. 41's the mic. 41's the
Hey, Delta.
Hey, let's go.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
41 mic right here. 41 mic. Come on.
Go.
Second and 6. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, Wahoo!
41, Mike 41. All day, punk.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
41's the mark. Check 41. I can't believe they let you play. I can't.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Ready.
50. Mike 50. Too little, Pep.
Get up.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be...
Topper.
Check.
You're out.
Hot. Check. Fresno.
Keep dribbling.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Brings up third down.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
Look at me. Go.
Let's get off the field. Slam. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They go to Johnson again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
On the double.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read.
Record.
Five.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Yep.
It's our time. It's our time.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
70, Indy. Go, go. Get it.
They run again with Hunt. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. 2.
Now Jones. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Jones. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Charlie. Greystone, Travis, hit it.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2. His pass caught at the 4. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. He finds his man Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. Hey, high 7. 5.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Johnson's got it complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, Orbit.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Watch the run.
Get it.
2nd and 10. And the catch made by Johnson. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Check nine, check nine. Blue draw Corkers. They go.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Here I come again. Here I
6-6. Pull it high.
Running right, Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Yo, go, go! Bravo!
55!
Now Reed to throw on 2nd down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Protein spill.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Hey, Haywood. On the book. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Set. 70. Indy.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him.
Hey, exit.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Man.
Snap.
From the gun, Reed. Jones has it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll give him a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, check right, check right. Watch 55. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Mike 55. Right there. 5.
To throw is Reed, operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. He's back to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
27-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
41's the mark. Check. 41 Mike. 41. Go.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 41.
Pick it up.
41's coming. 41's the mic.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gators. Topper. Big trip.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
You ain't got nothing.
Slam.
Again, it's Johnson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 50.
Hey, Alpha.
Let's get up.
80 weapon.
Let's get off the field, D. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Looking to throw. Reed caught by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Five.
Mike, 55. Check 55.
Reed now from the gun. He'll throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Ready, set.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, echo. Go.
Eat.
Get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Lions, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Packers,